Governor Ron DeSantis is declaring social distancing efforts a success. He says the state has flattened the curve as of right now. Now that raises the question, when will Florida reopen?
We have a lot of this stuff in place till April 30th, and then we'll see what it looks like after that. But I haven't set a specific date because I think it's more important to do it right than necessarily try to have an artificial deadline.
Now, we're not seeing a dramatic drop in cases, but we are seeing a bit of a slowdown, if you will. So the state only reported 800 new cases between Monday and Tuesday and 44 deaths. We expect updated numbers later on this morning, and of course we'll keep you posted on those stats. But as of this hour, the state is reporting a total of 27,869 cases with, unfortunately, 867 deaths.
And the debate over relaxing some of the coronavirus restrictions is taking center stage today in Sarasota County. This morning, county commissioners will discuss the possibility of reopening the beaches there. 8 on your sides, Deanne Roberts is live from Siesta Key Beach this morning. And Deanne, as we are seeing across the state, a lot of mixed feelings about this.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, they want this caution tape. They want the blockades removed. Some say it's just way too early to do so. Regardless of how they feel, people right here in Sarasota County are voicing their opinions and making sure they're heard all over Facebook. Take a look. Thousands of people taking to Facebook after the county commissioner, Christian Ziegler, asked people how they feel about reopening beaches. Some say, yeah, I want to feel the sand between my toes. Some say, I want the beaches open, but with certain limits. And others say, nah, let's keep them closed. Ziegler added this topic of discussion to the county's meeting agenda today. He says all options are on the table, and he admits he doesn't even know where this conversation may go. He is all for reopening the beaches and believes it's the first step to a sense of normalcy.
I don't think everything's going to be the exact same as it was before, but people need to get back to work. People need to get back to running their business. People need to get back to being involved in the community. This is just one of those steps.
Now, Ziegler is one of just 5 county commissioners, plus the county administrator and the sheriff both have to weigh in on this topic of discussion. So, Avery, a lot of moving parts here. We'll just have to see what happens during that meeting at 9 this morning.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one. We'll see what happens. Thanks, Deanne.
Well, Pasco County is moving forward with a plan to reopen a number of their parks for what it calls essential recreational activities. And that includes walking, running, hiking, biking, and even fishing. 10 parks will reopen to the public later this morning, but restrooms will stay closed as of right now. Officials say everyone at the parks will have to follow social distancing rules and guidelines and not gather in groups larger than 10 people. All pavilions, campgrounds, and cabin rental services are still closed.
Another Bay Area Publix employee tests positive for coronavirus. Just last week, we told you about at least 8 stores with infected workers. The latest case is an employee who works at a store along Tamiami Trail in Venice. Publix officials tell 8 on your side they're sanitizing this affected store. On Monday, the chain began requiring all employees to wear masks while on the job.
Well, the Bay Area woman who came down with COVID-19 and beat it is now making a difference in this community. She's donating her blood in hopes that it will help others sick with the virus recover just like she did. Karen Heinberg says she came down with a mild case of the virus right after the Gasparilla Music Festival. Since her recovery, she started donating her blood to Florida One Blood. It's all part of an experimental program approved by the FDA to try to use the plasma of recovered patients to treat those still sick with the virus.
Hospitals are eager to be using this therapy with their patients, so it's important that donors continue to come in. And really, they're just now, many of them are becoming eligible to even be able to do this.
I feel like I'm in a position to give back and help somebody who's sick with this virus that wouldn't otherwise get the help.
Now, the treatment is still experimental and currently only being used on critically ill patients, but people in the know say this right here shows promise.
It's heartbreaking. I want to do whatever I can to help them out and to keep them afloat.
Right now, frustrations with the unemployment system are reaching a breaking point for a lot of people. Thousands without work for nearly 5 weeks still have yet to see an unemployment check. The pandemic forced Dr. Leslie Ferrara to shut down her dental office in mid-March. Her 10 employees tried for unemployment right away, but ran into a lot of trouble along the way. And so far, they have not seen a dime of their benefits.
For a couple of them, it took weeks to actually get the application to go through because the website would crash.
More than 1.5 million Floridians have filed for unemployment, and the state has only processed about 10% of those claims.